Okay, Tara, I just want to start by saying well done. Good body of work. First of all, we need to make sure that this is turned in a way that we can see it. If you find it's obviously it's not going to fit very well here, it's a bit small, you can always take half of it and place it down here. If you've still got this on your iPad, you can set the format so it's vertical. Alternatively, you could always copy and paste and then zoom in to this section here. So if you could just amend that. So you've got your stimuli page, you've got your first set of recording. It would be nice to have some shutter speed and aperture values on these pictures. This will show that you're understanding the values and you're very clear about that. Your first investigation, good. This is a good analysis. And your first set of pictures were spot on again. Can you please write your settings? And also, you can actually add the lens that you used as well. That would be good. So you've looked at different angles here, which is excellent. Movement, sequencing. This is good. And then we've got the investigation, another investigation. Your setup shots. Now before you actually go into this development here, you need to present on this slide here, a new slide, your outcomes before editing. Okay, so this is the single balloon pops before you've even started editing them and mirroring them and flipping them. Okay, so if you could add those there, that would show the process. And also, here you've had to use very specific settings on your camera, and you've wrote that here, the camera settings. Oops, just flown right past there. The camera settings, 640, f7, blah blah. All right, that's great. But let's say, for example, the examiner doesn't read this. If you have the settings on these pictures here, on the actual picture, he will see, he won't miss them. Okay, and then here you could write a little note: mirror, flip, horizontal and vertical. So you're kind of showing what you've actually done also in Photoshop. This was a really nice page. This was good. Again, this was nice. And then you started to look at your final outcome. So you're looking at the studio light. And you're presenting that. Again, there's no settings there, which really should be, because you are using studio light. So you're showing how you've edited your balloons. That's a really nice page. I really like the way you've laid that out. It's superb. And you've got one exhibition piece and two exhibition pieces. So what you've done so far is good. This is where it starts to get really exciting and imaginative, but unfortunately we've just stopped there and we've jumped to these two. So before you even bring in the girl, I would like to see compositions of these balloons like we did together. One was in focus, one was out of focus. You were playing with depth and perspective. You know, I would like to see that happen. A different variety of those. Two in the background, two in the foreground, one in the background, the whole page, just balloons. Different types of balloons. You've got your yellow one, your blue one, and your other ones. In different combinations, okay? Let's pull this out a little bit. Let's show a little bit more experimentation and how we can do it. I'd also like to see you use the balloons and go back to creating this kind of thing. So you're creating patterns with the balloons, flipping, mirroring, etc. And then once you've done several of those, we can then change the color of them. We can do some more editing and manipulation. I can show you how we go about doing this, because you've got some really good Photoshop skills, but we kind of end very quick, and there's still so much we can do. Even when we bring the girl in, we can do more. Okay, so like for example, we could have the girl here, and we could have a balloon in this corner, one over here, all around her, as opposed to just being above her. Okay, and I think you would have got some shots where we've actually got the girl's full body sat on the carpet, sat down on the floor. Okay, and those are going to be nice shots because she'll be sat on a surface, and then above her there'll be all these balloons as well. So I want to see more developments. I want to see you doing more of these pieces. This is interesting. I really quite like this light ray here. This doesn't look like it's letting off much light, and if it was letting off light, this area would also be lit and there'd be some more reflections here, and then it would hit the face. Overall, there's some beautiful work here. It's a really exciting project. However, I think for you to get the really top grade for this project, you really need to push out the Photoshop work more. You need to show more development, more opportunities. And although these pieces are nice, I think we can have better pieces. If I was to be really critical, I would say once we've gone through this development set and we've tried out some more ideas, we can have a look at whether we think the girl works really well with this t-shirt on, and if she doesn't, then maybe we have to have a change of outfit, or maybe we have to add some kind of balloons all over her t-shirt. Okay, because you looked earlier on at this ballooner's obsession. Like this image here is quite interesting. You've got this guy and he's surrounded by balloons. Now we could actually create that. We would just get the model to hold a balloon, and we could then add our own Photoshop balloon over the top of the balloon that we photographed, and it will actually look like she's holding one of these balloons. So this is just another idea, and over the next few weeks, this is what I want you to focus on. Exciting idea. We can have some really, really impressive outcomes. I think you're on the right track and you've started that process off really well. So well done overall, very good piece of work. You did some brilliant Photoshop stuff. Let's continue with it. Let's see how far we can pull this and what we can come up with. Well done.